What's up, guys? Another trifecta, back at it. NFL Week 6, Sunday, October 18th. Let's get to it. This week we're sponsored by Frosted Flakes on a Sunday morning because, as Taxi says, they're great. So let's get to it. As we always do, the first leg of the trifecta is the Eagles game. Eagles-Ravens. Eagles are now a 9-point dog. I think the line was 7.5, but then when they rolled out Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, Lane Johnson's out, the line has moved to 9.5. So what is that telling you? That's telling you this is a blowout. There's no way the Eagles are going to be able to keep up. Carson Wentz hasn't shown anything for a consistent basis. I know Fulgham played great. Can you get that production again? Can you get Ward to show? Is Ertz going to finally play? I don't think any of that's going to happen. Baltimore's defense is the real deal. They're probably a top 3 defense in the NFL. Lamar Jackson is going to be licking his chops. They're not going to be able to stop him. In order for Lamar Jackson to be slowed down, what does a team need? You need some good linebackers, and Nate Gary might be the worst linebacker statistically in the NFL, maybe in the history of the NFL. I don't know what the Eagles are going to do, but 9.5 is a lot of points. I get it, but I just don't see the Eagles covering this game. As I said before from last week, I have not been wrong yet with the Eagles on a cover. I think you take Baltimore minus 9.5 to cover by double digits. I could see this game being about 28-13, maybe 28-17 at best, but probably looking 28-13, and there we go. So that's leg 1 of the trifecta. Leg 2 of the trifecta, let's get to rapid fire, some other games I like. So you got Titans-Texans. Titans are a 3.5-point favorite against Houston. Houston got their first win in the season against a really bad Jacksonville team. Bill Bryan was fired last week. Everyone's saying, oh, now Houston's showing what they can do. That was false hope, fool's gold. Titans are the real deal. They won really big last week on a short week against Buffalo, beating them really bad. I know it's a short week, but I just think the Texans, I just don't think they have enough offensive line help for Watson. Doesn't have enough weapons. I think the Texans are going to lose by more than 3.5. I think Titans win by at least 7 despite the short week. So take Texas to lose. So I would say Titans minus 3.5 should be your first leg of the trifecta. Next game, Patriots-Broncos. Patriots are an 8-point favorite against the Broncos. Broncos don't even know, I think, as of this morning, if their quarterback's going to be locked or not. It's not locked in, but Cam Newton's back. I think he's had enough rest. I think the Patriots are ready. Bill Belichick's game plan is always specific by team as opposed to the system. I think the Broncos are going to have a tough time going on the road, scoring points at the Patriots. I think the Patriots cover that game. I know 8 points is a lot, but I think they win that game by double digits as well. I take the Patriots minus 8. And then the Monday night game. This is a good one, guys. Chiefs-Bills. Chiefs are a 5-point favorite. This game started at 3.5. Now it's 5. What does that line tell you? Mikey Miz always says, read the line, watch the movement. That line tells you it could be a blowout. Buffalo's having a great year. Josh Allen's looking like a Pro Bowler, trying to get that MVP season if they can win some big games. I just don't see it. I think Kansas City's got too many horses. They're ready. They are pumped up now that they got Le'Veon Bell's coming in the team next week to play. I think Kansas City easily covers minus 5. They win by a touchdown, so there you go. So that's the leg of the trifecta. Like I said, if you're taking the Eagles game, take Baltimore minus 9.5. The 3-leg trifecta, what did I say? Titans minus 3.5, even on the short week. Chiefs on Monday night, minus 5. And then the third leg, like I said, Patriots minus 8. So we'll go from there. Third leg of the trifecta. Let's talk about it. NBA's over. We're now talking about trade rumors. So what do we got? Giannis Antetokounmpo. Where's he going to go? They said Miami Heat are making a huge push to get him. Pat Riley's better than anybody at making the monster deals. But how can you possibly do that? I just don't know if it's possible. If you're going to do that, the way I see it is you got to trade Bam. You probably got to trade Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero and another piece. So you're going to give up all your young guns, all your key role players in that heart of that team. So maybe it takes, when you look at it, Bam, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and none. That's a lot. I don't know. But then you have Jimmy Butler and Giannis. I don't know that that's enough. I don't know. Does Giannis have the heart that Butler has that he wants to play with? I would say don't do it. Keep Bam and Butler together. They're younger and see what happens and go from there. And then the big guy on the market, for the Sixers, we're talking about trade rumors. Kyle Kuzma, he's on the market. The Lakers don't need to keep him because they didn't use him that well. So can they get something in return? The only thing I can think of, would you, if you were the Lakers, would you trade Kyle Kuzma for Al Horford somehow and mix up the players? Probably not. The money, I don't know that it works. That's a possibility. Or would Golden State, they got a ton of shooters. They need a big guy. Would they be willing to part with Wiggins and then take Horford for that deal? I would do Wiggins for Horford if it's possible. I don't know, but we might be stuck with them. And then just because I like it, let's do bonus trifecta, guys. We'll do 1 or 2 more games, some games I'm not going to touch, but I'm really thinking about it. Rams 49ers today, 8 o'clock game. 49ers are at home, but the Rams are a 2.5 favorite. Mostert's back, Garoppolo's back, their defense is still dismantled. It's a divisional game. Everyone I see saying pick the Rams to cover that game, -2.5 on the road to win by a field goal or more. I'm not going to touch it, but if I was betting, I would say 49ers outright. That's a good payday. My gut tells me 49ers are going to win, but I'm going to stay away. Another game, Bears-Panthers. I've been telling you, Bears are 4-1. Now they're riding with Nick Foles. Bears are a 1-point underdog. I think they were favored earlier. No one's giving them any respect. Carolina still doesn't have McCaffrey, and there's a couple guys key on the Carolina Panthers defense not playing. I think the Bears win outright, but I'm not going to touch that game. And then all for the NFC East, if it wasn't worse enough for the Eagles, Washington and Giants playing in the toilet bowl in New York. The Giants are favored. That's right. It's not a typo. Giants are favored 2.5 against Washington. I actually think Washington wins outright. Chase Young coming back. So there you go, guys. That's what it is. Enjoy the football. Sunday, October 18th, Trifecta, V Productions. We're out of here.